J-Rock Freak here, and welcome back to Otaku Puppy Podcast. This is my 12 Days of Anime 2020 video. This is also take 3 of this video, by the way. The camera cut off the first time, the second time I started sneezing, so hopefully third time's the charm. But here we go. Let's get started really quickly before anything else happens. I will be doing one big video this year, like I did last year. 2020 was crazy anime-wise. I had to kind of dig in and kind of dig back into what I had watched, what I hadn't watched, and kind of see what I liked and what I didn't like to make this list up. It took a while. That's why it's on day 2 and not on day 1. Unfortunately, I missed day 1. So yeah, hopefully this one will kick in today on day 2. And everything will be taken care of. I wrote everything down in my notebook because if I don't, I'll forget it all. Just, old man memory. I'm only 28, but old man memory. So I don't write it down, I won't remember. So let's get started before any shenanigans happen. First up, my worst character of 2020 is Nanami from Rent-A-Girlfriend. Nanami is when the show starts, she's the girlfriend of the main character. But then she also becomes his ex in like the same episode, I believe. And she's just terrible. She's absolutely terrible. She's conniving. She is, she enjoys his misery, which is what I didn't like. Because she essentially breaks up with him, and then when he doesn't want her back or isn't like groveling at her feet to take her back, and she found that he has another girlfriend, aka the girl he rented to be his girlfriend. Once she sees how beautiful she is and that she's also attractive, and she just cannot leave her alone, that like nobody else should want this guy but me. And then why she wants somebody else but me, and it's just her attitude and her personality is just the worst. She's just constantly digging, trying to find something wrong with everything, and it's annoying. There's the episode where they're at the karaoke place with him and his friends and the girl, his Rent-A-Girlfriend, and she's there, and she's just poking, and it's just like, because of his attitude where he's just sort of shy and doesn't like conflict, he doesn't say anything, but it's like, dude, just say something to her. You can't let her just run you over like this. She's terrible. She's absolutely terrible, and she's my worst character of 2020. Next up, my worst movie of 2020, Burn the Witch. Burn the Witch, I thought was going to be a series and not a movie. It sort of was a quote-unquote series. It was broke down in 3 parts, but it was technically a movie. It's what, like, Miami List calls it, a movie. Burn the Witch is I guess you could call it like a spin-off of, I believe, oh god, is Soul Eater or is it Bleach? I want to say Bleach, I believe. Is it the Bleach or Soul Eater? I can't remember which one. I think Soul Eater, Bleach, one of those two. Anyway, Burn the Witch was a spin-off of one of those two, and it just was not good at all. For all the hype it had, it just was not very good. They told no story in it at all. When you start watching this movie, it just kind of plops you down with these characters, and like they just go. And there's just no real story to go along with it. It's just like these 3 characters, we kind of tell you what they do a little bit and do some stuff, and then it's over. It just felt like watching, somebody in the comments I saw said it felt like watching episode like 4, 5, and 6 of like a 24 episode anime, and like, where's the rest of it? And that's what it felt like. They just kind of throw some stuff out there, dabbled it in, and it just wasn't very good. A major letdown. Next up, we have my biggest letdown of 2020, and that's the God of High School. I was not even hyped for this anime at first until I saw the teaser. I saw the teaser and I was like, oh, okay, this looks really amazing. And for like a couple episodes, it was really amazing. Everything up until the fight where the guy's friend dies. Everything up to where his friend dies is really good. After that, they start just kind of like throwing stuff at you, and there's just like these other powers, and the grandfather gets kidnapped, and there's these other gods, and like it just, like, what was all that? I thought it was going to be like a high school tournament fighting anime, and for a while that's what it was. Then after a while, it just went off the rails, and when it went off the rails, it just never got back on again. And I was just like, oh, okay, is this just me? Oh, excuse me. Or I was like, is this just me? Is just nobody else seeing how crazy this is? And by the end, I was just done. I just kind of finished it just to finish it, but it was just not very good at all. And I was extremely hyped for it after that teaser. And after that, it just kind of, after a few episodes, it was like, boom. So, yeah, God of High School, my biggest letdown. Sorry about that. Number 4, my favorite idol anime of this year. It's a long one. It is If my favorite pop idol made it to Budokan, I would die. It's a great anime. It's such a great anime. It's such a great anime. It's the anime about the group of friends who are like extreme idol supporters. They have their favorite idols in this group, and they're there all the time. They show up. They buy all the merchandise. They got the light sticks. They celebrate the birthdays, everything. They do everything you see like when you read about idol culture in Japan. It's that, and it's amazing. I love it. As a K-pop fan, I completely could relate to the intensity that you see in this anime, because K-pop fans are equally as intensive. Trust me, they are. Some of them are very, very bonkers. My girlfriend is one of those like super extreme K-pop fans where she buys all the merch and all the stuff, and so I know firsthand. And I've done it myself personally. So yeah, it's the connection you see between the characters and the idols. Really it really shows you how much the idols need the fans, how much the fans also need the idols. No matter what they're going through, the idols are there for them, and the idols themselves need the fans to continue to kind of tell them that they're on the right path. Doing this is the right path to take. This isn't just some job where I'm singing in colorful clothing. People really appreciate it, and people really support what I do. And so it goes both ways. And it's honestly like a tiny, tiny bit of Yuri. Like, not all the way, but it sort of is. But it's a Yuri to the fact that, like, not that they're in love with each other. They are in love with each other, but it's almost just like supportive friendship love. And it's just really, really good anime. It's hilarious. It's funny. So check it out if you haven't seen it, but I love it. It's great. Number 5. My favorite manga from this year. I've been getting back into reading manga a lot. I have the Fruits Basket manga here that I'm going to be reviewing at some point. I have it here. And my favorite manga of the year is Time Paradox Ghost Rider. Time Paradox Ghost Rider is about a guy who wants to become a mangaka. And his microwave explodes. When the microwave explodes, he opens it up to see what happened, and there's an issue of a Shonen Jump in there from like 10 years in the future. He reads his manga in the Shonen Jump, and it's amazing. So he's like, well, I mean, it's 10 years, nobody will know. I'll just rewrite it. Why not? He rewrites it, turns it in, because all his stuff gets rejected. His manga isn't bad, it just has no passion to it. So he rewrites this one, turns it in, everybody loves it. Turns out, he meets the mangaka who writes this manga. She runs into him, she's sort of a little quirky. He tells her about what happened, and you can't tell if she believes him or if she's really in on it or not. I haven't finished the manga, so that will explain why I'm not sure yet. But it's really good. It's really funny, really interactive. Not really interactive, really funny. Great story, great characters. I recommend checking it out. It's only a few chapters long. It's like maybe 13, 14 chapters long from what I can see. I read it on a app, and I only saw like 13, 14 chapters, and it says it's complete. So it's a pretty short manga, so I recommend checking it out. Time Paradox Ghost Rider. Number 6. My guilty pleasure anime for this year, which I'm sure is a lot of people's guilty pleasure, is Ishizuki Reviewers. I didn't finish it because after a while I just couldn't take it anymore, but it was hilarious. and you know what anime is. I don't even have to talk about it. I know you know what anime it is. Everybody knows it's anime. But it was hilarious. I love pervy animes, a lot. I love pervy animes. I just find them to be hilarious a lot of times. So I love this one as well. So that's my guilty pleasure anime of this year. Pretty sure my guilty pleasure from last year was Mirror Tights. So shows you kind of like what I watch. By the way, I watched the OVA for Mirror Tights. Great OVA. The next three, 7, 8, and 9 are like my top 3 favorite shows from this year. So number 7 is my number 1 favorite, and that was Darwin's Game. Darwin's Game was one that I wasn't really expecting to even like that much. It just, I thought it would be like another killing game anime, which those are typically fine. I liked the one a couple of seasons ago where you had to put the braces in the mouth, and that one was really good, but didn't expect much from it. But it was so good. Character wise, and just how they moved, and the different clans, and the different stories they were telling, and the powers they had, and the way it was executed. It was a really good anime. If you haven't seen Darwin's Game, check it out. It's really good. Number 2, when I referenced earlier, Rent a Girlfriend. Rent a Girlfriend is one that when you hear the title, you think, okay, this is a silly anime about a guy renting a girlfriend and the shenanigans that pursue. Which it is. It very much is that. But at the same time, it's more than that. It's a story about kind of helping someone realize what they're worth, which in this case is the guy. Helping him realize that he's more than just this girl who broke up with him, and he's more than just, there's other people out there who will accept him for him and not this girl that broke his heart. At the same time, you kind of help the girl who he's renting realize her dreams, right? That people are out there that she can meet, and this job isn't just to date like lonely pervy guys. It's to help people who just need support, and it's a really good anime. I love it a lot. Each girl has their different personalities. The one who really likes the guy, she's a bit annoying, but you go to like her as well because she was also a renter girlfriend to his friend, and then she falls in love with him, and it's the whole thing. But it's great. So check out Rent a Girlfriend. Number 9. Number 9. I cheated a little bit here. I put 2 animes down here for number 3 because I couldn't decide which one. Either one I finished yet. One just isn't done. The other one I haven't finished. But it's Fruits Basket Season 2 / Ikebukuro Westgate Park. Fruits Basket Season 2 I haven't finished, but it was starting off great. I lost track of the dub due to like the virus and everything, so I kind of lost track of the updates of the dub. But for I was watching, it was great. And Ikebukuro Westgate Park, if you haven't seen it this season, please watch it. It gives me like these Durarara vibes from like the clans and all that kind of stuff, but the storytelling is just so good. It's about the main character who I have down my list somewhere here, Makoto, who isn't really in a gang, or which is called the G Boys. He really isn't in the G Boys, but he's kind of closely connected to them, and he's just about like helping out people in the neighborhood who need help, whether they're dealing with the mob or just the crook around the corner. Like, it doesn't matter what the problem is, he's there to help. And his mom, she's kind of supportive of it as well. She's like, listen here, go do what you gotta do. I know, go do it. And it's just some of the episodes are just, they pull at your heartstrings. It's really good. I highly recommend it. Number 10, my biggest surprise of the season is Decadence. Decadence was one I started watching. The first couple episodes, it was really good. Then they hit me with the weird being controlled by these like mind robot thingies. And it was like, is this the same anime? What is this? But then it slowly picked up again. You kind of dive into the story, and ended up being really good. And as far as I know, it's an original anime. I don't think it's based off of anything, but it was really good. It kind of gave me Attack on Titan vibes. The way they fight very Attack on Titan-ish. But it was a really good, solid anime. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It's really good. Yeah, I think you'll like it. Number 11. My best intro, oddly enough, is from God of High School. God of High School's intro is really, really good. I like it a lot. The song really gets you into the anime. The anime just isn't very good, but the intro is really, really good. It also helps that they have there is a intro done by the K-pop group CIX called Win. It's a great song as well. If you're a K-pop fan or an anime fan, check it out. It's called Win by CIX. I don't think they used it in the anime, but I found it on YouTube apparently. And it's really, really good as well. So yeah, God of High School has some really great music, just not a great anime. And last but not least, again, my favorite character of the year is Makoto from Westgate Park. Makoto, like I said before, he's just a great character who really cares for everybody. No matter what gang you're in, no matter what the situation is, money-wise, status-wise, he's just there to help. He's raised by a single mother, so he kind of knows that struggle. He associated with a gang, so he kind of knows that struggle as well. And he's just kind of there to support any and everyone, no matter what. If you got to fight, he fights. If he means like espionage, spy stuff, he'll do it. Like, he's just there to support you and to help you overcome what you're trying to battle with. And so yeah, he's a great, great character. I recommend the show. It's amazing. So yeah, that's my 2020 list for 12 Days of Anime. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Can't wait to see all the other videos you guys produce. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I will be dropping one more video this year. My Fruits Basket manga review. So check that out when I drop it as well. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. As always, leave a like or dislike, whichever works for me. Hit the subscribe button below. If you want to support the channel, there is a Patreon button. Oddly enough, I couldn't figure out how to leave the link in the YouTube thingy. So you go to my blog at otakupuppy.blogspot.com. There is a link for the Patreon there. If you donate, then I'll review anything you want me to review, whether it's good, bad, or in the middle. Check out the merch at zazzle.com/otakupuppy at zazzle.com/otakupuppy. And check out all the links below for everything else. So yeah, until next time, hope you guys have a great day, have a great week, and until next time, Maho out. Maho out.